I want to cut across to the MP, Rajya Sabha, Shiv Sena, who was there today in Jammu and Kashmir. Priyanka Chaturvedi joins us live. Appreciate you joining us, Ms. Chaturvedi. You were there today, and I want to ask you, to begin with, of course, we're going to get down to the question that why is Shiv Sena now remembering Kashmiri Pandits? But having said that, appreciate you taking the time out, joining us this evening. You met the bereaved families today, Ms. Chaturvedi. Take us through that.
They are definitely still not in control of the entire situation, and totally unexpected targeted killing of a family member. I met the family. They are demanding some few things from the government of Jammu and Kashmir, which is the governor. It is unfortunate that today the president is also visiting Jammu, but he hasn't thought it fit to meet the family members of victims of targeted killing. And whatever they have been asking for is something that I have been raising, and Shiv Sena has been talking about, that it is the responsibility of the governor to ensure that there is peace that prevails. I also met some members of Jagti camp. They've also told me how fearful they are of their lives, especially those who are working in Kashmir, and there is no commitment coming from the government. So that is the unfortunate part. Though I just came to express my condolences, and on behalf of my party leader, Shri Uddhav Thackeray and Shri Aditya Thackeray, but I could see that there is a sense of fear and hopelessness as far as the expectation from the government is concerned.
Ms. Chaturvedi, you're saying that there's a sense of fear and hopelessness where the families of the bereaved is concerned, but the government had made an all-out effort right in the beginning to try and accommodate Kashmiri Pandits. The government in the beginning had practically said that they are the voice of Kashmiri Pandits, which has gone unheard for decades.
Yes, there quite is an expectation that the government will at least step up and ensure that there is safety of those people who went on the base of the commitment of the government, that they'll be finding a safe and secure environment. And today that they are being forced to continue working in Kashmir to show that normalcy prevails. They fear for their lives. They want to move back to Jammu. But if you want them to continue staying in Kashmir, you have to ensure that they are safe, your intelligence is strong, your intelligence network is giving you the correct feedback, and there is some kind of investigation and crackdown on those people who are, targeting the Kashmiri Pandits as well as the Hindus here, and those who have come to work in Kashmir.
Ms. Chaturvedi, you join me right now from Jammu and Kashmir. Now, there is an entire might, especially the Bharatiya Janata Party and the BJP unit from Maharashtra, where you've come to Jammu and Kashmir, saying this is political opportunism. The Shiv Sena, yes, Bala Sahib Thackeray was a champion of Kashmiri Pandits, but forgot about Kashmiri Pandits, the Shiv Sena under Uddhav Thackeray, and suddenly you've remembered it because there have been a spate of killings and you want to exploit the situation.
Actually, they should feel ashamed of themselves if they are targeting Shiv Sena about it. It is only Shri Bala Sahib Thackeray who, during the 1990s, when the Kashmiri Pandit exodus was happening, when killings were happening out of their homes and where they were being pushed away, Maharashtra was the only government which we ensured, and Shiv Sena was the only political party which ensured that we created a reservation for those students, for those families who were coming to Maharashtra. Today, when I was meeting members of the Jagti camp, everyone came and told me just how much Maharashtra has helped them, how Bala Sahib Thackeray continues to be a very important member and someone they look up to because of him, that they have education in place, they're engineers, they're qualified doctors, just because of what we worked for, we strive towards. So it is an extension of what Bala Sahib Thackeray ji wanted, and we are living up to that. We will continue speaking up for them. For Bharatiya Janata Party to make them just a political tool, they make movies out of them, earn money out of it, create politics out of it, and do nothing for them, is a question that Bharatiya Janata Party today should answer. I have a question for the Home Minister today. Why has the Home Minister not found time to come and visit these people? Why has Home Minister never ever visited the Jagti camps? Why hasn't he come to see the squalor that they're living in and listen to their demands? So it should be the BJP who has to be answering all these questions. I did not want to politicize this because this was a visit where I've come to express my anger, my grief with the family, and I stand in solidarity with the family. But if they continue to do their politics, I'll be forced to speak up.
Ms. Chaturvedi, sadly you and I both know that the issue is highly politicized, and whatever allegations you're laying at the doorstep of the BJP is laying at the doorstep of not just you, the Aam Aadmi Party, the Congress, the TMC, the AIMIM, accusing you all of ganging up and suddenly realizing the importance of Kashmiri Pandits.
Absolutely baseless allegations. These are people who look at every emotion, every sympathy, every solidarity, every issue from for political benefits. I wouldn't want to even stoop down to their levels and try and answer this question simply because we have stood up with the Kashmiri Pandits in the 1990s. We continue to stand up for them in 2022. We will never politicize this issue. We will not use it for our politics. It is the Bharatiya Janata Party who has milked their unfortunate tragedy, has not given them the rehabilitation and the justice they sought, and they continue to do and use them for their politics to show that all is well in Kashmir, which it clearly is not.
Okay, talking about optics, Ms. Chaturvedi, you meeting the family today could also be given to optics. Yes, like you said, Balasaheb Thackeray had helped Kashmiri Pandits, but what is the Shiv Sena going to do now? Is it going to be limited to the optics that you presented today, or is there more to it? Will the Shiv Sena actually go ahead and do more for the Pandits? Is there a plan?
So as far as my visit is concerned, like I said, came to express solidarity with the Kashmiri Pandits and those families which have been targeted, victims of targeted killings in the valley. And also the Chief Minister, Honorable Chief Minister, has spoken about his commitment for the Kashmiris, and so has Shri Aditya Thackeray. Whatever Maharashtra can do for them, whatever our government can do to them in terms of easing the problem that they are facing, we will work towards it. If it is about raising our voices, we continue to do so. If it is about providing some kind of support system, mechanism, we've done that in the 90s, we will do it now. We have no hesitation in saying this, that whatever they expect from us, we will live up to the expectation, and we don't make false promises. We are committed to their cause.
Appreciate you joining us, Ms. Chaturvedi. Thank you there.